What's up, Fight World? I just listened to this interview from Juliana Pena on MMA Sound. It's a channel I found on YouTube. And she's talking about how she's obsessed with Valentina Shevchenko. And she, thinks about her all the time when she wakes up and stuff like that. Talking about how she is the real champion, talking about how hard she worked and all this shit. I don't want to come off as disrespectful to anybody who gets into a boxing ring, an MMA cage, anybody who competes in physical combat. These are very special people. But Juliana, I don't want to see her as the champion. I don't. The reason for that is because I believe, personally, she is the worst striker in women's MMA, second only to Ronda Rousey. If Ronda Rousey is retired, yes, Juliana is the worst striker in the UFC, in the women's division. Her striking is amateurish. It is wild. It is uncontrolled. Her strength is her ground game. And I don't want to see a champion like that. I don't want to see some incomplete champion running around here acting like they the best. No, I don't want to see you in every fight you're in. All you want to do is go to the ground and wrestle. That tells me you're not a complete fighter. Right? Striking is entertaining. That's part of the entertainment in the UFC. Striking. But when you strike, it looks horrible. It is sloppy. Right? She strikes worse than amateur boxers. It looks like something you'll see on the playground from schoolgirls who have never taken a physical combat class in their life. Now, you get on the ground, you look very well schooled on the ground. You look strong, right? Skilled. On your feet, horrible. I don't want to see that kind of champion. And if you do become champion, you're so limited, you're not going to be champion for long. Right? I like to see a good representative of the sport, no matter what it is, as the champion. Somebody who is well-rounded, who is complete. Who, when the TV come on, they say this is the champion. People who've never watched the sport looking at it, and all they see from you is wrestling. Right? Half of the game is on the ground. Right? Do you think we are entertained by that? I mean, granted, I enjoy a good fight on the ground, but I don't want to see that in every fight. You know what I mean? I think most people feel the same. If they had a choice in the UFC, you had to choose between striking and wrestling. Right? You can either watch the fighters wrestle in every single fight, or you can watch them throw punches, kicks, knees, and elbows, and so forth. They're going to choose striking. Most of them. Right? You are missing the most entertaining part of the game. You lack in that department. right? You are not the best. Let's talk about you and Valentina Shevchenko, because I don't think it's cool that you know, kind of disrespectful to this female. Valentina is head and shoulders above Juliana Pena when it comes to skill. Matter of fact, Juliana, you are getting ready to fight the most well-rounded, the most complete fighter in women's UFC, period. Juliana, I know she's hungry. She wants to be champion. She wants the money. She wants to eat. I understand all that. That's what they should get paid. These fighters should be paid well, and they should be after big checks. I don't fault her for that. But look, you are not the best. Do not front as if skill-wise you're better than Valentina, that you're better than Amanda Nunes. You are not. Look at Amanda Nunes fight against Valentina Shevchenko. On her feet, Amanda Nunes is ferocious. She is an excellent striker. Yet Amanda did not want to stand and strike with Valentina. Juliana, we all know, you know, that you are bound and determined to get Valentina to the ground. You know you are not going to try to stand and strike with Valentina. And if you try to get smart, if you try to get brave, and you try to prove people like me wrong, you're going to change your mind real quick. You come in that octagon if you want to. Trying to be all big and bad, trying to stand there and trade with Valentina to try to prove something. Once you get caught with a few counters, you're going to change your mind. Reality is going to hit you, right? And then you're going to try to take her to the ground. We all know this. And on the ground, there is no guarantee you're going to be successful, because Valentina is small but strong, very slippery. She is very skilled on the ground. Again, that's what I want to see in a champion. Somebody who is dazzling on their feet and on the ground. So just understand, look, anything can happen. This is MMA. But I'm not going to be happy if you get lucky and submit Valentina, because we know you're not going to knock her out. We all know this. I'm not going to be happy to see you as champion. And you are too old at this point to improve your striking. You simply are not coordinated enough. Right? It's just not your thing. And if you actually think people enjoy watching you do that shit, you've got to be kidding yourself. You have to be very, very delusional. I'll do a prediction video on Valentina versus Juliana in another video. I just wanted to make this video after listening to that ridiculous interview. I'm the best. I've done this. I'm fighting all these people. I ain't get a title shot. You probably ain't getting a title shot because don't nobody want to see you as the champion. You suck. Your striking sucks. Okay? You need to get that shit together. If you want people to want to watch you, get that shit together. But like I said, you're too old. You're not going to get it together. I don't care who you train with. I don't care who trains you. Your striking sucks. And don't nobody, you're not going to be no big mega star with all that wrestling and shit. Unless you're doing like Ronda Rousey, going out there, putting women in arm bars or whatever in a few seconds. I mean, if you're going to be a grappler or whatever, you got to be dramatic and flamboyant with that shit. Don't nobody want to see you rolling around and flopping around on the ground in every single fight, round, the whole goddamn round, for every round. Get your shit together, for real.